Why do these false churches grow? The answer is because the Bible is true. Listen to it again. For the time is coming when people will not endure sound teaching. Having itching ears, they will accumulate for themselves or heap up for themselves teachers to suit their own passions, and will turn away from listening to the truth and will wander off into myths. False teachers will prosper and false churches will grow. And it will happen because the Bible is true. And how do we respond? By continuing to preserve and proclaim the gospel. And by continuing to endure the suffering that will come inevitably as a result. And one of the ways that this leads to that kind of suffering is this. There is a world out there that hates the gospel because they love their sin. And we're seeing this right now today. They hate the gospel because they love their sin. And the gospel is proclaimed, but then there are false teachers who are scratching itching ears. And for example, same-sex marriage. There are people out there who are now moving away from preserving the truth and basically are saying, you know what, I am a Christian and Christianity is wrong. I am embracing this lifestyle. And the world says, yes, the enlightened ones. And the end result is those who are holding fast to the truth are now further marginalized as people say this is real Christianity because they're open, affirming, and tolerant, and you are absolutely not like Jesus because you are a hateful bigot. Anybody heard that? Anybody been? Okay. This is a prime example of what we're talking about. A real, right here, right now example of what we're talking about. What are you going to do? Are you going to continue to preserve and proclaim, or try to find some way to alleviate the pain through compromise? And that's just one of many examples. But here's what we know. People are not saved by hearing that which pleases them, unless that which pleases them is the gospel. Amen? And so what is desperately needed in our age, as in the apostolic age, is those who will preserve and proclaim the gospel. And in turn endure the suffering that will come inevitably as a result of doing so. And as we make disciples, we have to hold these two things together. What is the heart of discipleship? The heart of discipleship is taking one under our wing somehow and saying to them, here's the gospel that you must preserve. Here's the gospel that you must proclaim. And oh, by the way, let it sink deep in you. Because as you preserve it and as you proclaim it, suffering will come your way. And the only way that you will endure it is by the power of God, through the power of God, as this gospel saturates your whole life. That's the heart of discipleship. And we must not settle for anything less, because the stakes are far too high.